Hi, my name is Mary Smiley, and I'm here to talk about the flu vaccine. Think of all of your loved ones, both old and young. If you are like me, you would do all that you could to protect those loved ones from harm, injury, or illness. Most, if not all of us, have heard of the flu vaccine, either through the radio, TV, or the internet. However, there are many who believe that the flu vaccine does more harm than good. Are you one of those people? By the end of today's presentation, I will have proven to you the advantages of receiving the flu vaccine and explained away several of the myths associated with receiving it as well. First, I'm going to give you a little bit of history on the flu vaccine. According to the Center of Disease Control's website article, Key Facts About Seasonal Flu Vaccine, retrieved on December 1st, 2011, the flu vaccine is an inactivated virus given as a shot, usually in the arm. The flu shot is approved for anyone between 6 months or older. There are 3 types of flu shots. A regular flu shot is approved for people aged 6 months and older. A high-dose flu shot is approved for those over the age of 65. And an intradermal flu shot is approved for people who are 18 to 64 years of age. What is put into the shots is determined by researchers throughout the year. Antibodies develop in the body about 2 weeks after the shot is received based off the dead viruses scientists put into that year's flu shot. The Center for Disease Control recommends getting vaccinated as early as October each year. The flu season can begin as early as October and last until as late as May. The peak months for the flu season are December, January, February, and March. According to the Kids Health website retrieved December 1st, 2011, there are people who should not get the flu vaccine, and there are also high-risk groups of people who should get it before everyone else. There are several instances when a person should not get the flu vaccine. For example, anyone who has a severe allergy to eggs or egg products, infants under 6 months old, anyone who has ever had a severe reaction to the flu vaccination, anyone with the Guillain-Barré syndrome, or anyone with a high fever. The high-risk groups of people that should get the flu vaccine first if supplies are low are kids who were born prematurely, kids with chronic diseases, or any kid on long-term aspirin, and in the adult category, adults with chronic diseases, pregnant women, a resident of nursing homes, healthcare workers, anyone 50 years or older, and any public safety workers such as police or firemen. Now that we have reviewed the history of the flu vaccine and who should and should not receive it, let's discuss the myths associated with the flu vaccine, preventing people from receiving this important protection. There are several myths about the flu vaccine preventing people from receiving it. According to the University of Texas Health Leader website retrieved December 1st, 2011, the top 5 myths about vaccines include children getting autism from vaccines, children who thinking they do not need the vaccines because the disease does not exist anymore, and people who think that the shot will make their child sick. There's a whole generation now of parents and doctors who do not experience the terrible diseases such as measles and polio. Because of this, they feel vaccinations are not as important, including the flu vaccine. The myths that surround the vaccines cause people not to get it, thus resulting in sickness and more health, time, and money wasted than if the vaccine had been gotten. If you do not get vaccinated and you contract the flu, the time spent under the care of doctors and other healthcare workers, professionals, as well as the time lost from work and family can amount to a lot. That can all be avoided by receiving protection from the vaccination. The first myth that I'd like to discuss and prove otherwise is that children can get autism from vaccines such as the flu vaccine. But in 1999, the ingredient in the flu vaccine and other vaccines that was said to cause autism in children was removed. Also, in 2004, a report by the Institute of Medicine proved there was no link between vaccines and children acquiring autism. A second myth is children do not need vaccines anymore. Even though diseases such as measles and whooping cough are almost unheard of in the United States, epidemics can still occur if people do not get vaccinated. For example, the H1N1 breakout in 2009 was not seen hardly at all in 2010 due to the dead virus being added to the 2010 flu vaccine or received as a separate shot. The third myth is that the shot can make children sick. Almost all flu vaccines are made from a dead virus that cannot reproduce and infect you. The symptoms associated with the vaccine that are similar to the flu only last a few days and are not near the severity of the real flu infection. The symptoms can also be easily distinguished by your healthcare professionals. The fourth myth that I'd like to disprove is that if you are sick, you cannot receive the vaccine. This has been proven false, and unless you have a very high fever, the vaccination is still highly recommended. The last myth I would like to disprove is that you only need the shot once as a baby. Boosters are required with most vaccines, including the flu, which is needed annually. Failure to do so will result in less or no protection. According to the Prevent Childhood Influenza website retrieved December 1st, 2011, there are many reasons why you should get the flu vaccine. The flu kills about 100 children each year and hospitalizes over 20,000 other people. It is proven that the majority of those people did not get vaccinated. The flu can worsen chronic medical conditions such as asthma or diabetes. It can also compromise your immune system, making it easier to contract other illnesses. Most importantly, getting the flu vaccine is inexpensive, safe, and effective. It can be free for those with financial struggles. There are many walk-in clinics who give the vaccine now, including Walgreens and CVS. The flu vaccine is time-tested and proven to prevent the flu in as many as 90% of the people who receive it. Today we have discussed the history of the flu vaccine and the reasons why you should get vaccinated, as well as the myths about the vaccine. We have discussed the importance of receiving the flu vaccine. After thinking of all of your loved ones, would you want to lose one of them to an almost completely preventable illness? Would you regret not becoming vaccinated if you got the flu? Remember all those that you love and ask yourself if getting the flu vaccine is worth it now that you know its benefits.